Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Yes, indeed it is. And today we are going to be having a look at the massive update for progressions by 4 pockets.
I said 4 pockets. Yeah, baby. Sexy times.
But first we're going to kick off with the brand new single from the Chandler Brothers. This is Fantasy. Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Jade. I hope you're all doing well. That was the Chandler Brothers with their brand new track, Fantasy, Awesome track, yeah. You can go check that out now on their YouTube channel. The link is pinned to the comment as usual, all that kind of jazz. So click it. Song Whip link is there if you want to go download, stream the track. It's now available on all streaming services. Do it, yeah. That's for you, Brad. Do it, like, subscribe. Yeah, make sure you do. Go check them out because they make fantastic music. Music, okay. Hello to all the Wart Warriors who are here. There's a new custom emoji in there if you'd like to play with it or play with yourself or do whatever you'd like to do. Whatever makes you happy, that's the most important thing. So who the hell am I? Just in case you need a refresher and you're new to this channel, well, I'm glad you asked. My name is Jade, and this is my website, and I am a musician who has a whole heap of bands. I'm a singer, vocalist, songwriter, whatever you want to call it, and I do this show where I try to help you learn more about iOS or music making or gear or mental health and well-being or whatever it is. We try and throw everything in this show. It's like a melting pot of apfotainment. You can go and check out my website at jadestarr.com.au if you want to find out more about me. And yes, I happen to be trans, to whoever asked. If you've got a problem, see a counsellor. All right, let's go over here. Is there anything else I need to cover with some updates or anything like that? Yes, I need to do this. So if you become, down in the description, there is a link to the Discord. And now I've added something really cool to the Discord today. If I can bring it up on my screen here, Discord. Where are you, Discord? So now if you head over to the Discord and join the How to App on iOS Discord, look at this. Let's go here. Here's my Discord, and you'll notice there's a little link here down to Midjourney. And when you join the Midjourney channel, you can create images with Midjourney within my Discord. How cool is that? So you don't actually have to use the Discord bot or the Discord channel. I have a Discord bot floating around in my Midjourney server here. So you can come in and make some pictures and share them with the community. How to App community, and you can see there's already been a few of us making images. There's one I made this morning. There's one Gary Hubbs made. There's another one I made, one Dan Ekberg made. So we have one all built in. Here's the one Russ made. You want to see the one Russ made? Apparently, he reckons he typed in Jade Starr, and this came up. What a prick. Anyway, let's say hello to everybody who's here today. Russ, you're a prick. Hi, Leela, what's happening? What's going on? Sorry, always effing good to see you. Hello, Tremor Bear, what is happening? Can I remember where it is? I think it's here. Jesus, that's loud. What's happening, Tremor Bear? Russ, Gregory O'Sullivan, who has his own emoji at the moment. Sean Chandler and Patrick Chandler's here as well. Dave Fox is here too. Thomas Christ. Thomas got bumped from the emojis. Don't worry, Thomas, you'll be back. You'll be back. Thanks for posting a link to the website, Thomas. As always, thanks to my awesome moderators. You guys just, we don't need, you just read my mind and do the stuff and the things. Jim Shannon on sounds. I hope you're doing well. Also, my friend, anyone else I've missed? I said Patrick. Joe and Barry Glenn are here as well. Hello. I hope you enjoyed the show yesterday. If you didn't catch me on Ron's show yesterday, don't go watch it. It was a car crash. Hello, David Collette. Good to see you, my friend. Is there anyone I've missed? I think have I got Mars Capone, Valerie Batt. Hello, Mars Capone. There you are. Boom. Wolfstone Studio. There's Ron. I hope you're doing well, Ron. Can't find a comment to put up on the screen, but I see you there. Let me scroll to the bottom. And there you are. Boom. There you go. Hail, hail. The crew is all here. Good stuff. I was hilarious. I was an idiot. That's what I was. It was good stuff. It was a fun afternoon, a good way to waste some time with Ron and hang out with Ron because Ron's good fun. And, go and subscribe if you're not. If you're new to this channel or whatever, welcome aboard. All that stuff. Go and check out Ron Ward's Homegrown Indie Live. You can get your music played there. Same with Metalhead Hippie. You look up that, Metalhead Hippie. He has a channel as well. Pete Johns has a show called YML where he plays your music. And, of course, Thomas Christ has a show called You Rock where he plays your music as well. All right, let's do this. Let's jump over here and go into here. Price drops. Any price drops today for apps? Any sales? Any bargains? Scale play, $14.99 to $9.99. Swam instruments on sale. They're about $10 off. So if you're into the Swam brass, tubas, saxophones, French horns, trumps, clarinets, double bass, tubas, flugelhorns, violins, they're all on sale. About $10 off. Ravenscroft on sale, about half price. Beat Hawk, half price. Tone Boosters apps, all still on sale as well. Good times. And what are we looking at today? We are revisiting this. Progressions by Four Pockets, because I did promise you there was going to be an update, and there's been a couple of updates, and we're going to go into those updates today, and we're going to focus on the song mode. So if you haven't seen my previous video, rewind, go back, have a look at that, watch how to get started with progressions. And today we're going to go into the song mode and the arps and the strumming mode, which is really cool. Yeah. And there's an added bonus at the end of the show. So that's that. Shall we jump in and try and make something with this? I think so. Let's go. What do I need to load? This. All right, so I spent some time last night creating something with this, and look how many instances of progressions I have here. 8 instances of progressions, and I've got a bunch of instruments in here. Wow. And I'm hopefully going to be able to play this. So where's my song mode? I'm going to bring up the song mode here so you can see what's going on. Oh, we've got some. So you can see I've got my keyboard here. So I'm going to play along with progressions in one channel. So it's only one channel. It has this little sax here that I'm just going to play along with. And hopefully all the sounds are all working. And shall we do it? Shall we see what I made last night and spent 2 hours working on? Fingers crossed it all works. And you should be able to see here the actual the session here go along. So it's not a really long session in the song mode. It's like 63 parts, 66 parts. So it's not anything too long. I won't bore you with it. But let's go, shall we? And it ended perfectly. Holy shit. I mucked up heaps on the keyboard, but that's how you go. I'm not a keyboard player. How cool is that? It just did it all, even all the drums, everything all in there, and it just played it through wonderful. So this is what you can achieve with Songmode. It's really an incredible piece of kit that is built in to this progressions system here. All right, so let's give you an overview of, I'll show you what's going on in here too. So before we jump in, so we've got 8 of these. This is the main one here. Well, let's go through and play these. We'll solo these individually so you can hear what's happening. This is our first channel. Then we have a second channel playing piano with an ARP on it. So here is our ARP playing. Bring up the song mode. Now, over here, we've got a guitar that comes in. But I just want to stop it here for a second, because what's interesting is you'll notice if I go back to the start and play just these 3 parts here, you'll notice there's no guitar at the start when I hit play. It's just the strings and the piano. And the guitar will come in all by itself. We'll turn that down a bit. The guitar will come in all by itself. And here's the guitar part. And you'll notice here, there's all these empty tracks. Am I on the right one? I think I am. Number 4. It's number 4, get it right. So basically what I've done here, see in this guitar channel, the first 2 bars here have no parts. I filled them just with empty tracks. And then the guitar comes in playing here. And then when I want the guitar to drop out, you can actually put in these blank spots, which is really cool for building up these parts. So if we go into, let's show you this bit here. So I have this connected to Evolver as well. This is all connected to Evolver. And this is on channel 3. And you'll notice in the song here, there's all these empty parts all the way up to number 31. This is where this Evolver track comes in. I've got 2 channels of Evolver. So you can put in all these blank spaces and then just allow these parts to come in at certain times and then disappear and drop out. You can do some really amazing stuff with this. It's really, really clever stuff. So basically, with all these channels, I made one of them, chose the chords, and built the song in this, and then created all these other channels and just shared the information across the other instances of progressions, and then made changes appropriately to each instrument that I wanted to have in here. So we'll just play you through again some of the instruments that are in here. So again, we've got just strings at the start. We've got a piano. And then the guitar comes in. Which is Strummer by 4 Pockets, another great app. And we've got a low set of strings down here. Hello, Mr. Smith. Just to fill it out. And in this track here, we've got some choirs for the choruses. And then the guitar changes up. And here's where the drums have come in. It's just incredible how you can build an entire song and just let it do its thing, you know? And then I've got a second Evolver which has changed the drum beat up. So let's clear this out. Lucky I've got it saved and all that jazz. We'll clear it out and let's show you how to mess around with the song mode. We'll do a brief review of, I'll show you how to set up some chords and stuff. So what we need to do is create a MIDI channel, and we'll just create an audio track here. What we're going to do is choose progressions from here for our MIDI channel. Yeah. And then we'll just choose a piano, shall we? Like a pure synth or something. Why don't we choose, you know what? We'll choose Ravenscroft, seeing as though it's on sale. Why don't we do that? Ravenscroft. And I'll pick my favorite little sound in here that was made by Thomas Gillane in my presets, which is called Pretty Soft. Thomas Gillane made these presets. And I'm going to link up progressions to this now. So here we have everything linked up. And now when I touch the screen here, we've got our C chord here. We'll choose, let's go with an A, and we'll go with an A minor. And we can change this chord immediately. We can go down an octave and do that kind of stuff. We'll hit a bass note and some open chords, reset. Right, so we've got the beginnings here, and now we need to generate some chords. So I'm going to go in here to our freedoms and turn this just up to wide. Then we're going to go in and turn this up to about a medium. For complexity, hold down the button and here are our chords. If we hit play on this, once we turn on our sync up the top here, this is now sunk to AUM. Cool. What I'm also going to do, let's talk about the humanize part in here too. So you have this humanize button. When we open up this, it gives us that humanized feeling. So when you play a chord, and I don't have a piano connected here, let's just show you as an example what humanizing your sound can do for like a piano. Now I've got my keyboard set up here. So if I play a chord, it's not always going to be perfect when you play a chord. Sometimes it's going to be, there's those split seconds. And humanizing changes it from being everything dead robotic to having that softer velocity and not all the keys being touched all together. Instead of, totally robotic. So that's what this humanize can do here. Let's jump into our humanize. And you can see here you've got chord variation, so timing. We can just mess with these, the note variation. Let's just fuck with them. And the velocity variations, you've got a bunch of them. So velocities, the bass note velocity, the top note variation, sorry. So now, you can hear they're not exactly all the chords, but all the notes being played together. So there's been a lot of work put into the humanizing of this. So just to make it sound like it's not a fucking robot, because you don't want it to sound like a robot, do you? No, you don't. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn down the complexity for this, just to get some more simplistic chords for what we're doing right now. Nice. So we want to create a song. Because, I mean, you can sync this up and you can hit play and it will play these chords, but it will play them in the order that it is created in this palette here, which goes from left to right. And, we may not want that. We want to create a song. We want to have a verse and a chorus and a bridge and all this kind of stuff, yeah? Okay, so now I've covered the modes in a previous show here, but so you can see when this is playing, it shows you what's going on in the circle of fifths. You can change the mode here, and this is our freedom section where you can choose the freedom. And what that is when you the more wider you take this, see, we've got strict, relaxed, wide. The wider you take it, the more it goes out of the so it dabbles outside of the tonality of the circle of fifths, right? So, but the chords aren't wrong, but they just go outside. So you're getting more, you're delving more into a jazz world, yeah? That's where you're going. You're going into the world of jazz. Why, Alphonse? Why? So there we go. Now, but we want to build a song. So this is where song mode it comes into play. And to access song mode, it is up the top here, yes? And what you do is hold down on the button. Just hold down and it opens your song mode sequencer. Yes, your song mode sequencer. And the first thing you're going to want to do with your song mode sequencer is head up here and just click this again so it's turned on. So now, whenever I hit play up here, right, instead of it playing this little chord palette, it will start playing the song sequencer. So it all depends on what I'm going to put in here now as to what my song is going to sound like. Hello, Jamie, dude. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. Hello, Audible Video. Welcome to you. Anyone else I may have missed, but we've got a lot to get through. So I'm going to stick my head down and get into this. Right, now the first thing you want to do with the song sequencer, very important. Hello, Jenny, good to see you. So you'll notice this little arrow here pointing down. You're going to want to do this every time you open the song sequencer. If you click on this arrow, it drops down these wonderful little choices here of things to do. And look at this. You've got an intro, verse, pre, chorus, post, bridge, outro. So you can... Hopefully you're seeing how juicy this is. You can click on these individually and start building sections of your song in these individual palettes, right? And the cool thing is too, if you hold down on one of these, it allows you to change the name to whatever you want. So we can keep this as intro and we'll keep this as a verse and we've got a pre and a chorus and we'll go in here and just change this to a second verse and save. So now it's our second verse and we've got a bridge. So you can do all this kind of stuff and rename these to what you would like. We're going to stick with the intro. And all you need to do is just build up an intro. So let's pick some chords. We'll start with our A because the song's in A. So, and look at this. This wasn't really a thing in the original version. You can drag your choices into the palette like this. Boom. You can drag things around now. Really cool. There's a lot of drop and drag happening now with the new version. So there's our first note. Da, 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 da. I'm going to go with that. So we drag our E in here, and our B minor, and back to our A. So here's the beginning of our verse. Do, 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 do. And I want to repeat that. I want to have this happen a few times. So instead of having to drag them in again and again into the actual song, all you need to do is just hover over your first one and drag and see how I've selected them. And now I can copy, touch on, and then hit paste, and it just pastes them in. Lovely. So now if I go back to the start here and hit play, and you can see it moving along. Good stuff. Now, up the top here, in the top right of the song sequencer, there's a little loop thing. I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it to loop at all. I just want it to end where it ends. So that's our intro. Now I can click over to our verse. So we ended on A minor. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with this D minor to a G. This is our verse. And I want to do a few of these. Yeah. So I'm going to select again and copy. And we're going to paste a few of these in. We'll do 4. So here's our verse that goes do, do, do. It's a C, isn't it? Do, 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 do. Cool. There's our first verse. We need a chorus or a pre-chorus. We'll call it a pre-chorus. So where do we end on the C? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, and for this, I'm just going to do, yeah, exactly side jaws. Do, 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 do. And now you can change these chords out if you're not finding anything that works. That's what we want to do. Okay, so drag that in here. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And we'll do this a couple of times, maybe. So we'll select all these again, copy them, and then paste them in. So we'll rename this. Let's just rename this. I'll hold down. We'll just rename this our chorus. That'll do. And we'll change this to something else. We'll change this to bumhole, because we're not going to be using that. So there we go. There is our intro, verse, and chorus. And you can have a whole lot more too, right? I'm just trying to keep it simple. Okay, so now that we've got our parts, we've got our intro here, we've got our verse, and we've got our chorus. Nice. How do we get them into the song? This is where the conductor comes in. The conductor. Fritz, the conductor. Sorry. What the fuck? So when you click on the conductor, you can see you've got a blank palette here. And what you can do now is bring in your parts. So I'm going to grab the intro and drag this in here. I'm going to grab my verse and drag that in second. We'll grab our chorus and bring that in here. Then we'll go back to our verse for a second time. Then we'll drag our chorus back in again, and then we'll end with our intro. How's that sound? Does that sound like a plan? So there's our song. Yeah? So we've got our intro, verse, chorus, intro. Now let's go over to our full song and check it out. There's nothing in here. How do we do that? How do we do this? So what we're going to do is we need to bring all of this stuff that's in these individual parts here into the full song. So to do that, you go back to your conductor and just hold down on the conductor button, and it will say build song. Yes, please. And now in our full song, we have all these notes all in order, ready to go. There's our song. Ace. Nice stuff. So, thanks, Audible. What would I do without you in the chat? Forever, keeping me on my toes. So now if I hit play, I've got to go back to the start. Let's go back to the start. Cool. So we've got our parts in there. That's all good to go. Now we can change the lengths of these as well. I could have done that as well. Now let's try this. Let's go in and say in the intro, we'll go over to the intro here, and we'll take, we'll click on, so you can click on these, hold down on them to jump across them. So we're back in our intro, and I'm going to change the timings of these. Yes. I'm going to bring these down. So you've got a length button here. I'm going to bring these down to 2. Let's bring this down to 2. We'll go to this one as well. Bring this down to 2. Hold down and 2. Now, essentially, I can remove these. I don't want these ones because I'm going to replace them, yeah? So we'll just cut those. Now I'm going to copy these. Copy. And I'm going to paste these in. So now these are a lot shorter, yeah? So now that I've changed that, how is that going to affect my full song? Well, I'm glad you asked. So we can go back to our conductor now. And now if I hold down again, it will rebuild the song with those parts in. Now you can see here, these are all now 2 beats instead of 4. So now when I hit play, so you can change the timings of them as well. Really cool stuff, right? But wait, there's even more. Because I don't want just chords. I don't want chords for this. So maybe if we start off with these ones here as chords, let's go back into our verse. And I want to change these to an arpeggio. So let's do that. So I'm going to click on this number 1 here, move this out the way, and we have our arpeggiator and strummer. Now, click on the arpeggiator, and I want this to be recognized in here that it's arpeggiated instead of a chord. So you have this wonderful style button over here. And if I click on this, it adds some information to our section here, which says it's got the bass note, B for bass note, plus it has an ARP A. So now, if I go back to our conductor, hold down again, and we'll refresh and build the song again. Let's hear what happens here. Oh, did I do it to the verse? I've got to go. I keep forgetting to do this, man. So we've got to go to our, that was our verse. Now we've got to go to our intro, and I want to make sure this is on chords. So I'm going to hit on this and go boom, conductor, rebuild. And now we should have in here, you'll see these are chords. So it's got a little marker here saying this is chords. And then once it gets to here, it's going to be an ARP. So now if we go back to our start. Nice. So now we got to this change here. Now I don't have to go back into the chorus to add these things. I can do this in the song mode if I want. So the change is the E here. So now I could change this to a strummer and hit the style. So now when we get to number 17, it's going to start using a strum pattern that we have selected, which is this. So we'll go back to start and listen to this and see the change here. Lost my bass note there. And now we've got strums. So as you can imagine, you can go through and you can change all of these up, and you can add in these little style modes, which are fantastic. Now, if you want to clear style modes, you just want to get rid of all the styles, you can just hold down on a long press. Long presses are your friend in progressions, and it'll clear all the styles if you want to remove them all and start again or anything like that. So anything that has a little chevron in the corner, little triangle there, you can normally hold down, you can get more options. Now you can move things around in here too. You can, if we go to our chorus, for example, where are we? Scroll back. You can actually pick things up and you can move things around, so you can do all that kind of stuff as well. You can drag more chords in here. Really, really cool. Now, I will come back to the song mode in a second. I want to cover the arpeggiator and the strummer, because I didn't really cover it that much on the previous show. So currently I have the Strummer selected, the arpeggiator selected, and here is the arpeggiation. Now, over here, so you select them between here, the block chords, which are just chords, the arpeggiator, or the strummer. So that's how you choose between them. Now, we have a little drop-down box here. So we have an ARP down here, and we have a strum style. And in these drop boxes are 6 different patterns you can choose from. So if we'll just go back to the arpeggiator. So if I click on one of these, you'll see this will change, yeah? Not only that, within each of these ARP styles, you have over here to the side these little A, B, C, D, E, F, G sections that you can click and get different things that are presets that are built in here. So if we now go to E, try F, so you've got a whole bunch of presets. Now if we jump over here to, like, say, number 6, there's a whole bunch of different things we can go in here. What did I do there? I didn't select it, did I? Go in 6 for the ARP. And B. And you'll notice too with these, I didn't even pick it again, did I? 6. Oh, that's what it's doing. All right, there we go. Man, I'm losing myself here. What am I doing? I'm such a dickhead. So, but you can create your own as well. And what's really cool is you're going to want to do this. The random button here is your friend. You can choose medium, high complexity, or a note range. So if we just hit randomize, hit randomize again. We'll do a medium and maybe just a note range of 4. Do another randomize, boom. So randomize is absolutely your friend. Let's do a 6 and hit random. And what also you can do is you can change the beats here. So we've currently got 6 set. Let's move this to 16 beats. So now we've got a lot more room to create stuff with our random button. And look at that. Nice stuff. Now, what's really cool too, let's talk about the beat divider. So we've got down here, we've got this beat divider. If I change this from 2 to 1, check out what happens. We'll turn this up to 4. So you've got total control over this with the beat divider and you can get some really interesting odd patterns by using your beat divider with your amount of beats. Let's go to 3 and show you. Same with the, before we jump out of this as well, if you hold down, let's talk about creating your own in here. So you can create your own, no problem. You can save these. So if you like this, you can hit save and call this Sexy Times. Hit save. So that is now available as a preset when I hit load. And there's a whole bunch of presets in here as well, which you can populate. So if we hit play. So you've got a whole bunch of cool presets in here. We've got an elephant stomp. Now, if you think that this, and the way this works is, so here's your bass note, and then it's a 3rd, 5th. So this is the way we move up with the notes. Now, if you don't like this garish 6th note here, if you want to clear these, just click on number 6 here, and you can clear the entire row. Now that's gone. Let's play that back. So it's not as garish anymore. And the same thing for along a down line. So you've got your across, you've got down. If I want to get rid of these notes here, I can just click on it and up will pop. Why is that not working for me today? Double click it is, I think. And I can remove all those notes in that column as well. So that's, if I want to go in here, get rid of this, double click, get rid of that, we'll get rid of this one. So you can remove notes easily as well. Hold down a key. So we can do that. Now this, if you're having a look here, we've got 16 beats chosen, but you'll notice it's only going to 4. You can change that by changing the amount of beats. So you can get some really interesting things happening by you having like 16 beats here, but 7 along here. Really interesting to play with all the timings, with the beat divider as well. I'm going to bring this down to 1 just for fun. So you can create some really interesting patterns, really crazy out there stuff. And if you want to remove these, all you have to do is just click. I think it's a double tap. So I'm just double tapping. You can see all these dots are disappearing just by double tapping on them. Boom. And if you want to draw your own in, hold down in a square and you can extend. So I'm using my finger here just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm dragging that note out so you can extend a note. And if you go up, you'll notice the color change because I'm adding velocity. And if I pull down while my finger's still held, I'm removing velocity. So we've got more velocity, less velocity, and as soon as I let go, that's finished. That note's in place now. So I could go 1 down here, put the velocity up, add a note in there, and then we hit play. So you've got total power over this entire palette, yeah? And the same thing works for the Strummer. So we'll click over to the Strummer now. And what you'll notice here, if I zoom in, you notice these little arrows, up and down arrows. So this is really built for like a stringed instrument. So these are downstrokes and upstrokes, so if you're playing a guitar. But it works great for piano as well. And again, there's a whole bunch of different sections in here by clicking across here, your A, B, C, D. Let's try this one, C. And again, with the beat divider, you can mess around and get some really interesting timings. We'll bring that back to 2. I'll bring this down from 7 to 8. Let's take it up to 8. So the same principles apply. Now, it's a little bit different with the Strummer. When you click, when you hold down here on, say, number 1, you're given these other options. You've got plucks, down strums, up strums, muted plucks, muted down strums. So clearly this is made for guitar, yeah? So if we'll load up a guitar in a second and show you, but I can change this to like up strums. Let's just do plucks. So you're not going to hear that much difference in here with a piano. But you get the idea, yeah? You totally get the idea of what you can do with this crazy thing, yes? And you can apply all of these things to your song. So I can go back to my song up here. And let's go to our full song and find... And what's cool too, so when we added all these parts, yeah? Notice here, this was our intro. Notice it's a different color than the verse. So when you're in your full song mode, you can actually see where the parts change because there's little colors up above. So if I wanted to change this now to the strum that I have selected down below, what I've made down here, I can go to this part and I can hit the style guide, the little style button, and boom, it's now put this, the part that I've created or whatever I've created in there. What was it? The strummer. Let's go back in here. There we go. So strum C. So that strum has now replaced here in our little section. Now let's cover the empty tracks as well, because as I showed you at the beginning of the show, I wanted the start of the song. So let's do this. We'll close this. I'm going to create another track here, and we're going to load another instance of progressions. Now I want all this stuff that's in this one up the top to be in the second one, and you can do that really easy. So up the top here, it's our little hamburger. You click this, and we have this sync instances. Now, if I click this, it brings up our sync instances section, and you can choose just to sync the pads, which are these here. You can sync the song, or you can sync just the arps and all the strums, or you can just sync all of it. And I'm just going to hit sync all. And now when I head over to here, all of that stuff is now sitting in here. My song, everything's sitting there. That's fantastic. So easy to do. Now I'm going to create another track. We'll just grab an isymphonic track in here for argument's sake. And I want to link this now to isymphonic. So we're going to go here, choose progressions 2. So now if I hit play, and it's playing the exact same thing. Let's choose a different sound for isymphonic. We'll choose maybe a orchestra, this one. See how this sounds. That's loud. Right, but what I don't want it to play at the start. I want it to come in on the second beat. So here's where this empty section comes in. So we're in, just to clarify, we are in number 2 of progressions. And I'm going to drag this little empty button in here. Look at this. I can just drag in these empties. So there's our first 4 notes there are all empty. So now when we hit play, there will just be piano, and then the strings will come in. Now you'll notice, because I've copied the entire song over, the strings now have that arp in there, or the strumming. I don't want that. So what I can do is go over to the song here, and here is that section that changes, and I want to keep these as chords. So let's just do that. Oops. So I'm going to flick this back to chords, click on here, make sure it's on chords now, and then hit our style guide, boom, and now it's chords. And we'll scroll through the rest. We've got another strum here. I don't want this strum. So we'll click on that, and we'll change this to chords as well. And that is now a goer. So now if we hit play, but you know what? I'm really not digging the strumming for that piano. So let's go back in there, and then we'll add a guitar track to kind of wrap up everything. So now we're back in the original progressions that I set up, and you can see we've got this strum here. So let's just go and change that out. We'll change it to an arpeggiator, and then we'll move down to this one, click on it, and we'll change this to an arpeggiator as well and put in something different like that. And then hit that style guide. Now you notice when you hit the style guide, right, when you hit this little style button, it lets you know exactly what's going on. It tells you ARP D, and it's got a bass note, that little B there. So we are in D of an ARP. If we scroll back here, this one as a bass note and it's strum C. We don't want that. So I need to go in and make sure this is set to arpeggiator and B. We're good. And now it's set to arp B. So now once we go back and play this, check it out. Beautiful stuff. And again, I can change the timing of these if I want. So these are set to like 4, 4, 4. I can make these only 2. So I can go in and change these, even this bit here. So that I could make this one 2, this one 2. You can go in here and really change the times and really create what you want. Add blank, put in blank spaces. But let's wrap up and add one more instance over here of progressions. And again, I want to copy this over into this one. But what I don't want to do is copy this into this one. I don't want to overwrite the changes I've made in this second one. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll close our song mode for a second here. Over to our little hamburger section, and we have sync instances. Now it's popped up straight away and said, you have 2 instances that you can sync to. That's cool. Thanks for finding that for me, Progressions. But if I click this little like copy thing over here, it gives me the option to turn off number 2. So now that's off. So now when I sync all, it's only going to send it to the 3rd version of Progressions. Nice little touch there. I do like that. Sync all. We are sunk. Now I need to add some audio, and we're going to add a guitar, of course. We're going to add Strummer, of course, because it's a great app from 4 Pockets. And we want to link this now to number 3 Progressions. And we'll just hit number 1. And we'll mute this. And now we've just got chords. So let's go in and play with this and set it up to make it how we want to go with the rest of this song. We'll open our song mode, and this is a copy, exact copy of what was in the original one. So I want to empty these out. So let's just go in here and drag our empty. I'm going to do this for the whole intro. Let's have no guitar in this whole intro. You can see I'm just dragging these little empty sections in here. There we go. And now here is our guitar section. So this is already selected here. So I want to change the style. I want to use some strumming here. So we'll pick this. Let's test out what these strummings sound like. You know what? We'll use an ARP first. Let's use an ARP first and choose like an F. Let's see what this sounds like. That sounds nice. All right, so that is the ARP. So again, this is selected, and we want to change this out. We want to change the style in here. So let's go boom. Oh, I didn't want to hold down. I just want to click it. So now this section is an ARP B. And let's move along and get to our number 17. And we want to add some strumming for the next one. So let's choose a nice strum pattern. I'm going to go to our list here, strum pattern 4. What have we got here? Let's load something from here. What have we got? This looks interesting. There we go. So we'll use that. And now I'm going to click once again the style guide. Now make sure you clicked on the number and hit our style. Bang. And now you can see strum B is selected and we're good to go. Happy days. So now all these down arrows are going to work really good with the guitar. We could even go in here and change this. Let's try going to, we could mute these as well if we wanted. So, or let's just hold down. We can do muted up strums, mute down, mute plucks. Let's choose a pluck for that one. And we'll go back to our style guide and just save it, which was number 17. Boom. And again, if I like this, any changes I make to this, I can save it instantly. Hello, Pete Johns. I hope you're doing well. And let's have a listen. So remember, with our song here, we've removed the entire guitar from the first section. So let's hear what our song sounds like now. Maybe. Oh, I've got everything muted. That's why. Dickhead. All right. So now here is our song. Let's see how it sounds. Wicked, yeah? Let's make it a little bit more interesting. The last thing I'm going to do, we'll add one more version of progressions. Just for fun, yeah? And we'll use another one of Paul's apps here. Let's open up. What do we want to open up? God, I can't even. My brain is fucked. Let me scroll. We want to add. Yes. I couldn't think of the name of it. I had to go look at the app. Evolver. Now, I haven't done a show on Evolver, and I will soon. So I'm still learning how to use it. So let's link up our new version, our new fourth progressions app here. Let's add this one to Evolver. And we'll solo this. Now, what I'm going to do once again is head over to the virus number 1, the first one we did, and I want to sync this all over as well again. So let's go to our sync instances, and again I want to head over here, and I only want to sync number 4. So we're going to turn off 3 this time. So it's only going to go to number 4. Sync all. Boom. Thank you. That is sunk. So now, when I hit play, we have Evolver over here. And let's just go into the song mode quickly and turn all of these to bass notes. Turn the song all to bass. We want to make sure all this is bass. So our block chords. So we have our block chords here. We go into this one and make sure it's block chords as well. Just, there we go, block chords. And this one. Just basic block chords, all good, ready to go. And let's go and find a sound. We need to find a sound. So if we hit play, hello Lee, hope you're doing well. So what's cool with Evolver, let's load something. How cool is that? Let's find something else in Evolver. Evolver's is sick. Let's hear this with everything. Hey, isn't that cool? I like what Leela's written there. What a challenge. I'm almost interested to do this as well. I might do a second song too. Here's a bit of a side challenge for Songtember. I'm going to try and make an entire song as well using this AI, complete AI, where it creates the chords for me. I put it into the song creator and make all the artwork using Midjourney. So I have no input whatsoever. It's all been made by AI. Damn straight. We're going to do that. I'm going to do an extra song for my song Timber. Great idea, Leela. Great idea. Let's find another performance. Maybe something with drums in here. What's this Final Reckoning? Let's have a listen, see what this does. What else can we find? Let's see if I can find one with drums. There we go. Cool. So now we have drums in here. We've got pianos, guitars. We got everything. We got strings. Shall we now go into this and let's go back to our song? So I'm in the fourth version of the song sequencer here. And again, I'm going to go in here and empty out all this stuff. Let's add some empty tracks in here. I just want to get rid of these. We don't want any drums or this stuff at the start. We want it to kind of come in. I know this is a bit time consuming, but I don't care. There's probably an easier way to do this as well. And I'm sure Paul will message me and tell me off because there is an easier way to add empty tracks. But let's just drag these in and we'll have this come in all the way back here. Empty, empty, empty. So it's starting to actually turn into a song. So now we've got all these empty tracks and this should be cool. Let's go in here and hit play and see what we've created in a very short amount of time. Pretty fucking sick, yeah? And the other thing is, like, because this has been created in an entire song, once it does get to the end, it will just stop. It will just get to the end and stop. And unless you have, like, remember at the start, on the first instance of this, I changed this up. Yeah, look, a tempo change would be cool. But you can create false tempo changes as well by changing up the arps and stuff like that. So and the beat divider. So you can actually do that by by fooling the AI, by tricking the system, so to say. So it can be done, definitely. So what do you think? Pretty cool updates here that they've added here. Hello, Chris W. Welcome along. Anyone who I may have missed. You can always go back and watch the replay. I do suggest if you want to get the fullest, explanation of how this works, go back, watch my other video, the opening, where I covered building these chords and the modes and freedoms and complexity and all that kind of stuff. Where this episode, we just focused on the song mode and the arpeggiator and the strummer. I don't think there's, and in the other version too, we focused on editing chords, all that kind of stuff. So there's plenty of info in both of the videos that should really get you going. I think that's it for that today. Well, the last thing I need to cover, because it's very important, very, very important, let's go to the help menu. And when we click on the help menu, our wonderful friend, David Collette, who's here in the chat today, has updated his amazing paper that he has written on this. I will never forget David Collette, Jim. David Collette is a dear friend of mine. Who I chat with virtually every day. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. So if you go into the help section, as you saw there, and click on the little link, we'll go back and show you it again. It opens up this beautiful paper that David Collette has created, which is really educational. Not only is it a delight to look at, it looks beautiful. Look at this. And it is virtually a brief overview of chords and a companion to progressions. Give you a history of circle of fifths. It's really, really well put together. And he's updated it with a whole lot more information. And I'm pretty sure this is an image from Mid-Journey that has been put in here. So David Collette has found Mid-Journey as well and has been fucking around with Mid-Journey because Mid-Journey's cool. Is that the one, David? Am I right? It looks like it. I can tell by these strokes. It looks like a very Mid-Journey picture there. And look at how beautiful this is. Even just the beautiful colors in the text. And it is, how many pages now? It's like 40 odd pages of harmony theory, notation. Do I need to know these? So just a fascinating read. If you have no idea about chords or algorithms or math, this goes into the mathematics of music. Really fascinating stuff. Types of chord progressions. He's put so much time into this. So I implore you, go and check this out. Now, I'm going to try and find, look at beautiful diagrams. I'm trying to find the other Mid-Journey image that he's put in because he's put two in. I don't think it's not that one. I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can guess. Definitely not that one. That's got to be a Mid-Journey image right there. Yeah, that's got to be. It looks Mid-Journey to me. Really, really wicked. Am I right? I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but yeah. And this is all part of this wonderful app. It's a wonderful app. There's so much love gone into this app. It is utterly ridiculous, you know. And, you know, Paul from Paul Pockets is a one-man show. And now he's got his sidekick there, David Collette. And they have together worked on Euclidean now and progressions. And just fantastic stuff to see this very small two people coming together with this beautiful stuff. So I'll show you again how to get to this. Go to your help menu and scroll down. And here it is here. So the link to that is here. There's also all of the videos that Paul has done on his channel. If you think my video is not really that helpful, go and let the creator, the developer tell you himself. He's got some great videos on here. And this is your manual. It's beautifully put together as well, so you can't go wrong. This is a fucking stellar app. What can you say? If you don't have it, you're a fool. And it's a steal at the ridiculous price of $8.99. There you go. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right, my friends, I think that is it for today. I think I've covered most of the stuff. We'll go out with playing this bizarre track that I made in a short period of time, which has errors in it, I'm sure. And tomorrow, what's going on? Oh, I should tell you what's going on tomorrow. We are looking at, we're doing this. Sorry, I'm jumping around all over the place. We are having a look at tomorrow. I can't even find it. That's great. Rainbow Delay. This is a brand new app that has just come out. Very interesting, really interesting app. But not only is it a delay, it has a harmonizing feature in it, and you can actually have your voice coming through it and put harmonies on the delays. Really, really interesting stuff. And it's super cheap, and it's you're going to like this app. And this week, I can let you know, we are interviewing the amazing Glitch Dark Nut. He'll be on the show. Mark Trail will be here for the interview. And during the weekend, I'm doing a wheel of karaoke, and I think it could be a 30s. Pete went back to the 70s. Or 60s, was it, Pete? I'm going back to the 30s. God help me. So that is that. Let's go out with this song. Thanks for being here. Hey, if you like what's going on, subscribe if you haven't already. Become a Wart member for $1. It's a bit of fun. You get some emojis, which we change all the time. And, you know, hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Remember, mistakes make you better, and we all rise together. Let's play this and get out of your hair.